Are
I
you?
got two guys on this side over here.
Really?
Yeah, we got Ashley.
Wow.
What's up,
hey.
man?
He's big time pro shit right here. All right, I'm done here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. You've been fun. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate you. This is awesome. Hey, guys.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
Do I have headphones or no?
That's the problem.
No problem. No, I'm deaf anyway. Who needs headphones if you're deaf? Fuck it.
They've kind of gone asking the questions in the chat. And I just
What questions? You got questions?
Randy's
Man,
mute.
really cool to see you guys, man. Thanks for hanging with us online. Welcome to Rock N Pod.
Randy, can you
I don't
unmute?
even know where to begin with you. Because you run the gamut. You're the musician, still acting. You're doing records and producing and just so many things. What are you doing in time?
It's all
Hey,
about
Randy.
entertainment, man. My mission is simple: entertain people. And however you do that, whether you tell a joke, write a song, do a show, do a podcast like you guys are doing, audiobooks, DVDs, RFK Media, carefkradio.com. That's just different ways that we entertain people. And that's my mission in life. So it really is pretty simple. If I have to do the puppet show, I don't know. But other than that, we got what you need. I think I should do or both hands. Yeah, this one's broken.
Oh, dang.
That's why there's no puppet show today. I've got a broken hand. I was going to do the puppet show for you, but that costs extra. I was shooting a movie, and I was up on the third floor of the building shooting this movie, and the scene calls for me to get shot and fall off the building. And so I get shot. The fake blood explodes on my chest, and I fall off the building. And it's 3 floors, 3 stories. And just as I get to the ground, they pull the goddamn air mattress away,
bullshit.
and I look at my hand.
You heard it here. No stunt doubles.
No stunt double.
Oh,
Man, you could be my stunt double. Look at. Oh, that's shit.
Let's do it.
John Keel right there. John Keel, the rock star, the man, the myth, the legend.
oh my gosh! So
I
we were
love
hired.
that.
You're hired.
I'll jump.
I'll
You
give you
tell me where
$3,000
to
a year to stand in for me. Man. $3,000 a year to be my stunt double.
Oh my gosh! All right, look at that. We got your
Oh, cool.
RFK Media
Nice.
going on. Tell us about that. Tell us everything that involves, man. Because like I'm telling you, you've got so many things going on.
It's out of control, man. This all stems from 2020. I had just signed a deal with Bill Chavis and Highball Music.
Uh-huh.
And I love Bill. He was a sweet dude, really believed in us. Great business mind, great fan, passionate supporter of rock and roll. And he put out an album from us called South by South Dakota
Uh-huh.
during COVID. That's our 2020 Southern Rock Tribute album. And Bill and his wife, who was his partner in business, both went in the hospital during COVID. I think it was August of 2020, and died. And Bill was the champion of my band and many other. I mean, he worked with Quiet Riot and a lot of other bands as well. And he died. Literally, end of story. The label's done. Bill's young, healthy. COVID took Bill from us, and his wife Lori, who's his partner as well. And I'm sitting there going, what do I do now? I got a new record in the works. I want to put out this album called Keel World. I want to really put an exclamation point on my career with music from Steeler, Keel, Ron Keel Band, Ronnie Lee Keel, Black Sabbath, all that. Where do I take it? and some of the other labels would have written me a big check. Frontiers or whoever, I could have cashed in, but I said, man, at this stage of the game, I want to control my property. We have gone through hell and back trying to get Final Frontier on Spotify. My biggest selling album of all time, Final Frontier, is not on Spotify because I don't own it.
So bullshit.
Universal. So, man, I need to maintain control. I want to own my whatever I build. I want to own it. So let's form RFK Media as a vehicle for all of my music, the new music reissues of anything in my catalog that I can resurface or reproduce, and also sign some other bands as well, like the Fifth, Cold Sweat, former MCA recording artist Cold Sweat is on RFK Media. We just signed Bad Marriage. So the whole thing is out of control. It's like, oh, we should sign these guys. They're great. It's absolute mayhem and chaos in my life, in our business. But for myself, it's a reason to own my work.
That's
an opportunity to help some bands that maybe wouldn't get a deal with Frontiers. The Fifth, or I've seen their contracts, man. They're brutal. I mean, we are an artist-driven label. We care about the bands. The bands, all you got to do is recoup your expense, whatever we put into you, whether it's manufacturing, promotion, distribution.
It's
recoup
fair.
that, and then from there on, your royalties. Our artists are going to make money. Not a whole lot, but there's even in this day and age, if you sell 5,000 copies of your album, it's a huge success. And back in the day, the week The Right to Rock came out, 1985, January of 85, Right to Rock came out, we sold 90,000 records that week. We didn't even charge.
wow.
If you sell 900 records today, you're going to be top 40. That's just, the game has changed. The rules are the same. The rules haven't changed. Work hard, deliver a great product, bust your ass, entertain people, give your heart and soul. All the basic work ethic.
Right.
That hasn't changed. But the game itself has changed in that regard.
I really like how I was looking at some of your stuff, and I'm just like, this guy knows how to change with the times.
You have to.
And you're being successful doing it.
That's what survivors do. And anytime when I take my philosophy from those who came before me 40,000 years ago, if the bison were not migrating in your direction, you had to hunt and kill something else. Caribou, bison, rabbit, you gotta eat. You gotta eat, right? The business, our business, same thing. We're hunting, we're fishing. We're trying to find the next customer, the next audience, the next buyer, the next. You're trying to sell tickets. You want people to listen to your radio show. You want people to listen to Bleach Bangs.
Yeah.
And you're trying to gain an audience just like we are. We're in the same game. The game hasn't changed. How are you working and why you're here at Rock N Pod? That's why you're here. You're here because you believe in what you do with these guys. And I'm sorry, I'm not letting you get a word in edgewise, Ashton. And
Oh man, you're good. I love
that
it.
Rock Hill guy. He never shuts up. Man.
We
That's
love
why
it.
you guys are here. You're here at Rock N Pod because you want to be heard.
Yeah.
You want to be heard. You want to entertain people. And we're on the same mission. And I tell that to all of my friends in the podcast industry. If you want to be taken seriously as a rock podcast, you got to be a Rock N Pod. And that's why you're here. That's why you've got this table and you're rotating artists in and out in front of this microphone. I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing.
Oh man, thank you so much, because this is what we feel like we're here for you, man. I want want you on a pedestal. I want Roy Cathy on a pedestal. They're just such amazing artists, and that's why we started this podcast. Is not that you're underrated or anything like that, but
And you don't have bleach bangs. You don't even have bags, much less bleach bangs. Fucking bunch of bald guys talking about hair metal.
but there were so many bands. I'm from Oklahoma City, Johnson, Topeka, Kansas. There's so many bands that just don't they don't get played on the radio. Nobody knows their next show. Nobody knows what's going on with them. We wanted to give them an outlet. Come on our show. We'll play your music. Talk about your next show. Where are you touring? What's your next album going to be like? When's it come out?
And it's up to the artist. You give us a platform, to express ourselves and to say hello to your audience. It's up to us to connect with that audience. Say, man, I'm Ron Keel. I love music. I think I have something to offer. If you can give it a listen, on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, buy a CD or an album, I don't care. I'm here to entertain you. If it's not for you, that's cool too. But thanks to these guys at Bleach Bangs for giving us a platform to talk about it and hopefully spread the word.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And I really wanted to go back on what you were talking about, not owning the rights to some of these things. So many times I've seen a song in a band on Spotify, and I know I've listened to them there, and then all of a sudden they just drop off the face of the earth and you can't find it anymore. And it's like, what the hell just happened? You answered that question.
It's a property right there. Well, a property, the recording, an album, song, whatever. You have the master recording, and you have the composition, which is the soul.
Yeah.
The recording and the song are two separate properties, kind of like your house and your land. And just because you built the house doesn't mean you still own the house. You just built the house. MCA or A&M or Universal, they own the house that I built. And they can do with it whatever. It's a property to be bought and sold. Just like the stuff that we have with RFK Media. We sign a record deal. We sign our bands. And the Biff or Bad Marriage or the other bands we work with, we have a deal in place with them that gives us a portion of ownership so that we're in control of it. I mean, if we want to license that record to an Australian distributor and they can make the records over there in Australia and distribute them there and those fans can buy it, that's great because the shipping to Australia is $25 per CD. If you want to ship Keel World to Australia, it's $25. So it's in our best interest and the band's best interest to license that product overseas so they can do the manufacturing, pay us an upfront fee. You may never collect your royalties, so you got to get your money up front.
Right.
Because if they screw you, what are you going to do? Sue them? They're in Australia. They're in Melbourne. I don't have an attorney in Melbourne right now. So you do what you do. So you get your money up front, get your upfront fees, and they put out the record over there, and the bands can buy it at cost as opposed to paying $25 to ship a CD to Australia or England or Canada, even Canada. Just across the border to Canada. I don't know about these tariffs or whatever the hell's going on there. I haven't shipped a record to Canada yet today. But, I'm sure there's a few of them in the queue. I don't know how that affects us from a business standpoint, but even to Canada, it's I think $16 to ship a CD
going across the border.
Yeah. And so we want to license our products in those markets so the fans don't get jacked up. I mean, they should $15 for a CD. That's plenty. You don't need to be paying $15 for the CD and $25 for the shipping. Screw that. We're going to do whatever we can to make sure it's economical for the audience to get the new music that we want them to hear.
Appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. So John has, he wants to know a little bit more about Keel World, the idea, the concept behind it.
Awesome, John. Thanks for that. Good question. I'm always creating, always writing, always moving forward. And I had Got I think 6 new Ron Keel band songs in the can as we're working on the new record. And I went to dinner with a group of friends, and one of the guys across the table from me said, "Hey Ron, how's it going? What's new in Keel World?" And he shook my hand. He said, "What's new in Keel World?" It's the name of my new album right there. I literally got my phone out of my pocket. We're at the dinner at the restaurant, and I registered keelworld.com. I admit it. That's the name of my new album. Okay. It's going to be the story of my life set to music, and we're going to have new music from Keel and Steeler and Ron Keel and Ron Keel Band and Black Sabbath. It was literally, I don't even remember dinner. I just remember my head turning going, Keel World. That's where I live. That's my place. Everybody's welcome. It's my party. Everybody's invited. This really came from the guys in the bands. Everybody who contributed to this project. It wouldn't be Keel World without a Keel song from the band Keel.
Right.
And Mark and I, the guys in the band, we're all still really good friends. We're very tight. So Mark had sent me a piece of music, and that piece of music just blew me away. It's called Moving Target. It's on the new album Keel World. And I literally, that day, put the vocal down, wrote the lyrics, and sang the track. So okay, we've got Ron Keel Band, we got Ron Keel, we got a new Keel song from the band Keel. We need a new Steeler song.
Yeah.
And I'm going through my lyric books, flipping the pages, and I saw this title, Give Me Guitars or Give Me Death. I go, wow, that's fucking metal. That's Steeler. That sounds like a Steeler song. So I wrote the Steeler song, Give Me Guitars or Give Me Death. So now you got all these other, you got Keel, Ron Keel, Steeler, Keel. We got to have a Black Sabbath song on there, right? We got to play some Ronnie Lee Keel country music. Iron Horse is one of my favorite projects of all time. So really, it was just, after that, it was, okay, we got to find the right Iron Horse song. Once you had Steeler, Keel, and Ron Keel, then you've got the foundation for what I feel is the best album of my life, and I appreciate the question. Thank you.
Keel World. Yes. Yeah. RFK Media. I mean, I did. I've been
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much. And, bad news. We had them on our podcast. Absolutely amazing band. Great find. Great sign.
Yeah.
Good job. And I just remember the comment. I don't remember who it was, but I think it was John. And he's like, you know, if my wife ever went back and looked through my search history and it has bad marriage up there, she's going to start questioning a few things about how I'm thinking our marriage is going.
I've Googled it. Bad marriage. I've Googled it. It's not pretty. Maybe that's a blessing or a curse. I always base it on my opinion of a band name. And who's to say? The Beatles is probably not the best name for a band, but it worked for them. I envision it at an arena. 18,000 people packed. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bad Marriage. I can see that.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Ron Keel. So that, to me, that arena introduction is, are they really capable of attaining that level? And the band name, I think it's important what you call it. It's important. That name, that brand, and Bad Marriage has a great logo, great imagery. And who hasn't had a bad marriage? I mean, we can all relate, right?
Been there, done that.
Oh, shit. Ron, thank you so much for joining us.
You guys really shouldn't talk so much during the interviews. You should probably just keep a low profile. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. We're getting a little loud.
Talk to me.
We're getting a little loud over here. I already know.
All right, good. Because I'm deaf, and so am I. Man, but it's great seeing you guys. It's a nice screenshot. I can take a picture of the screenshot. Then I'll make you famous.
Love it.
I'm always ready.
Cool.
All right.
John, I was wondering if I can get an autograph on your.
Of course.
I didn't want you to escape.
Nice. Oh, the frontier. Don't tell me. What's the label? Rock Candy. The Rock Candy reissue. This one sounds good, man. I was blown away with these remasters. I heard stuff I didn't even know was there.
I didn't even know I did
The
that.
remastering, it's really amazing. I don't know how they did it. What? It's very impressive. I'm really proud of these. They quit selling them to me. I was their biggest customer. We're not going to sell you anymore. Because I buy them at wholesale, sign them, and sell them for double my money. You know?
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you?
I pay, $12, and I'll sell them for $25.
Oh yeah, it's still a market.
They quit selling them. Roculate by shit from us no more. Because they couldn't compete with that. I'm directly connected to the fans and the audience.
Yep.
Unfortunately, but this is a great release, and they did a great job on the booklet, the remastering, all that. Very proud
Really
of that.
impressed.
Is this for me?
What?
Nice. We have some nice party gifts.
Yeah, exactly. a little bracelet over
This
there.
is Keel of Fortune. Welcome to Keel of Fortune.
I think I just heard a new album title come out.
I guess we should have taken them out of the plastic.
real.
I can kind of makes them look.
Oh, I have a broken hand. I can't open it. No, I'm kidding. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm all
shit.
about this
Hold
all
on,
day
hold
long.
on, hold on.
Where were
Get
you
one of
3
that.
hours ago?
Get one
Oh,
of
hell
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back at you.
Right on, guys. I appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you so much, John.